Hello guys and welcome back to Excelsior Academy. So we are towards the end of this chapter and few more topics are left, and after that I can proudly say that this chapter has been completed as part of the Watson summary series. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो अब तक हमने we have discussed about the base excision repair and nucleotide excision repair. We have also talked about mismatch. तो बहुत सारे हमने रिपेयर मैकेनिज्म देख लिए. ठीक है, अभी हम जो डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं वो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग एंड बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक भी है, बिकॉज in this particular repair mechanism is being used whenever there is a double stranded DNA break. ठीक है, अब तक हमने क्या देखा था, कोई बेस चेंज हुआ है या न्यूक्लियोटाइड चेंज हुआ है या सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए डैमेज है, वो हमने रिपेयर किया. अभी हम करने जा रहे हैं जहां पे डीएनए डबल स्ट्रैंडेड break is happening. Okay, so recombination repairs DNA breaks by retrieving sequence information from the undamaged DNA. अब ये undamaged DNA कौन होगा? The homologous DNA. Okay, so excision repair uses the undamaged DNA strand as a template to replace a damaged segment of DNA on the other strand. But how do cells repair double strand breaks in DNA in which both strands of the duplex are broken? So as I already mentioned, this is going to use the information from the sister chromosome or the homologous chromosome. So double strand break DSB repair pathways accomplish this. One recombination based pathway retrieves sequence information from the sister chromosome. Okay, so इस सिनेरियो में क्या है, सपोज these are your sister chromosome. Okay, अब यहाँ पे break आ गया है, so then it can take the information from its sister chromosome and can repair the DNA. What if both are broken? Then definitely the cell is not able to repair this thing and it will undergo apoptosis. ठीक है, एक लिमिट रहती है किसी भी रिपेयर या किसी भी म्यूटेशन को रिपेयर करने की. बियॉन्ड दैट द सेल कैन नॉट withhold this and will undergo apoptosis. So DNA recombination, it also helps to repair errors in DNA replication. Consider replication fork that encounters a lesion in DNA, such as Hyman dimer, that has not been corrected by the nucleotide excision repair. So the DNA polymerase will sometimes stall attempting to replicate over the lesion. Although the template strand cannot be used, the sequence information can be retrieved from other daughter molecule of the replication fork by recombination. So guys, ये भी बहुत important है, आपको ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. So once this recombination repair is complete, the nucleotide excision system has another opportunity to repair the Hyman dimer. ठीक है, let me summarize once again. So what we are discussing over here is that अगर कोई DNA में error आया है during replication, let us say the Hyman dimer आया है. ठीक है, हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में पढ़ा ही है, प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स में हमने पढ़ाई है थाइमिन डाइमर आपका कैसे बनता है एंड हाउ इट इज बीइंग रिपेयर. ठीक है, सो लेट अस से दैट देयर इज अ थाइमिन डाइमर और एरर इज देयर एंड नाउ इट हैज नॉट बीन करेक्टेड बाय द न्यूक्लियोटाइड एक्सिशन रिपेयर. उसमें करेक्शन नहीं हुआ है. अब क्या होगा, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज जो है वो इट विल कम एंड इट विल गेट स्टॉल ओवर देयर, यानी कि वो वहां पे अटक जाएगा. ठीक है, अब क्या होगा, what we can do is that the sequence information, जो proper sequence information है वो हम कर सकते हैं दूसरे strands से, हम दूसरे homologous histochromatid से हम वो information दे सकते हैं and repair कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो एक बार recombination repair हो गया है, उसके बाद जो Hyman dimer है that can be corrected. Okay, so indeed mutants defective in recombinations are known to be sensitive to UV light. Consider also the situation in which replication fork encounters a nick in the DNA template. Now, passage of the fork over the nick will create a DNA break, repair of which can be accomplished by double strand break repair pathways. Okay, so DSBs, double strand break in DNA are also repaired by the direct joining of broken ends. A DSB is the most cytotoxic of all kinds of DNA damage. ठीक है, तो अब तक हमने क्या क्या देखा था, spontaneous mutation देखा था जहाँ पे UV rays की वजह से होता है. We have also seen because of the chemical agents like ETBR, proflavin, right? And then there are radiations like X-ray हो गया है, आपका gamma rays हो गया है. And then we also talked about the deaminations of the bases, wherein which we have talked about different types of repair mechanism. But इन सभी में से सबसे खतरनाक कौन सा है आपका डबल स्ट्रैंड ब्रेक, बिकॉज इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू रिपेयर. अगर वो रिपेयर नहीं हुआ, यू विल हैव द ब्रोकन पीसेस ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम जो आपके सेल साइकिल में ड्यूरिंग माइटोसिस इट इज गोइंग टू अफेक्ट. ठीक है, ओके. So a DNA break can have multiple deleterious consequences such as blocking of the replication causing chromosome loss which result in cell death or neoplastic transformation. So दो ही option रहते हैं, दो ही fate रहते हैं if suppose the mutants are not being repaired. एक तो ये अच्छा रहेगा कि that the cell is undergoing apoptosis. Secondly, if it is not being repaired, then it might undergo and it can accumulate more number of mutations and finally will become a cancer in nature. Cells typically have multiple overlapping pathways for coping with the DNA damage. So this is an effective strategy because the sister chromosome provides a template for the precise restoration of the original sequence across the site of the break. तो हम किसके बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं? अभी हम double stranded break repair के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, which is using the recombination method. ठीक है? But what happens early in the cell cycle before two sister chromosomes have been generated by DNA replication? If a still unreplicated chromosome suffers a break, then no sister chromosome is present to serve as a temporary recombination based DSB repair pathway. See guys, ये बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन था, ये आपके इंटरव्यू में भी पूछ सकते हैं कि डबल स्ट्रैंड ब्रेक के लिए आपके पास रिकॉम्बिनेशन मेथड है, बट दिस विल हैपन ओनली आफ्टर दी रेप्लिकेशन. क्या व्हाट इफ अगर ये डबल स्ट्रैंड ब्रेक आपका पहले हो गया, रिकॉम्बिनेशन से पहले हो गया, तब क्या कर सकते हैं? Then you cannot have this particular method for the repair. ठीक है? Under such conditions, there is an alternate to the double strand break repair system, which is also known as non-homologous end joining, और short form में हम इसको बोलेंगे NHEJ. ठीक है? So अभी हमने क्या डिस्कस किया? So अगर आपके DNA में double strand break है, okay, if your DNA has got the double strand break, then it will be repair only after the DNA has undergone replication. But what if it has what if the double strand break has occurred before replication? Then we have got non-homologous end joining repair mechanism. Okay. So it's a backer system in yeast, but in higher cells, it is a principal pathway by which breaks are being repaired. The machinery for performing NHEJ protects and processes the broken ends and then joins them together, as we shall explain in the upcoming slides. Because sequence information is lost from the broken ends, the original sequence across the break is not faithfully restored during the NHEJ. But फिर क्यों हम ये करते हैं? When we know that the original sequence is being lost, it is not faithful, यानी कि वो एकदम correct sequence नहीं होगा, plus it is going to be mutagenic. But हम ऐसा क्यों करते हैं? हम इसलिए करते हैं because having a double strand break is going to be more hazardous or more deleterious to the cell का fate as compared to having a wrong sequence information. ठीक है? So it is always better to have a wrong sequence information as compared to having a double strand break during your cell, inside your cell. It's like आप बीमार रह सकते हैं rather than being dead. Okay. So what is the mechanism that joins DNA ends together in NHEJ? As its name implies, it does not involve extensive stretches of homologous sequence. Instead, two ends of the broken DNA are joined to each other by misalignment between the single strands protruding from the broken ends. And this misalignment is believed to occur by pairing between tiny stretches of complementary bases. So आपके पास यहाँ पे broken ends हैं and it undergoes the misalignment, यानी कि जहाँ पे भी थोड़ा बहुत complementarity मिलेगा, so it will base pair and it will join over there. Nucleases remove single strand tails and DNA polymerase fills in the gaps. So now let's see the figure. जितना ज़्यादा figure देके पढ़ेंगे उतना ज़्यादा आपके लिए easy रहेगा. So there are 7 and more components which are discovered in the mammalian cell. These proteins, which have formidable sounding names, are Q70, 80, DNA PKCs, Artemis, XRCC4, Serenus XLF, and DNA ligase 4. Wow. कैसे याद रखेंगे? See guys, when you practice more, तभी आपको ये याद होगा. So just practice these diagrams as if you're practicing maths, and it becomes very easy to remember. Okay, so we have got the double strand break over here. Can you see guys? यहाँ पे आपको break मिल गया, ठीक है? Then the proteins Q17, 80, they come and they wrap around it. ठीक है? They come and they start binding to the broken ends of the DNA. So you can see both sides, it has come and bound over there. Now it is going to recruit the kinases. Those are known as the DNA protein kinases. And here you can see the kinases are there, which in turn is going to recruit the Artemis. Now it is an enzyme having exonuclease and endonuclease activities which will process the broken ends. Okay? Then finally a complex of the ligase 4 and the other proteins will come and bind over here. Can you see? यहाँ पे आके वो bind किए हैं. Okay? And now these particular proteins are going to join the broken ends with the each other. So let's summarize once again. So you have got the double strand break over here. तब आपके Q70, 80 आएंगे. They will come and bind over here. Now this is going to recruit the protein kinases. DNA PKCs बोलते हैं. ये आपका यहाँ आ गया. Now this is going to bring the Artemis, which is actually an enzyme. ठीक है? ये enzyme में आपके पास है exonuclease as well as endonuclease activity. Later, these proteins ligase 4, Serenus, XLF, and CRCC4 are being recruited, and they help in the binding of the two broken ends of the DNA. Okay? So this is how your neighbor non-homologous end joining is being done. Now, it is ubiquitous in eukaryotic organism, but it occurs very less frequently in bacteria. Nevertheless, fascinating specialized example has been discovered in the spores of the Bacillus. Now, it produces Q-like protein and DNA ligase when it sporulates and packages the proteins into the mature spore. Now, Q and DNA ligase, they represent a simple 2-protein of NHEJ system repair DNA breaks when the spore germinates. So mutant spores lacking these proteins are highly susceptible to dry heat, a condition that is known to cause the breaks in the DNA. And that's why in the case of the Bacillus subtilis, you can see these proteins widely distributed. Upon germination, heated mutant spores are unable to resume the growth because they are unable to rejoin the heat-induced break. See, that's why अगर आप यहाँ पे अगर आप थोड़ा सा कोरिलेट करने की कोशिश करेंगे, so हम लोग क्या करते हैं जब भी ऑटोक्लेव करते हैं, believing that if suppose certain spores are present, it will be killed. ठीक है? But अगर आपके पास if the bacteria has got very good amount and expression of the Q and DNA ligase, then it is possible for the bacteria to rejoin and survive. तो spore आपका mature होगा, germinate करेगा. Okay, but if suppose these proteins are not present, then that particular spore forming bacillus will die. So the germinating spores rely on the NHEJ rather than on the recombination based double strand break repair pathway to mend the breaks. Makes good sense. So spores have only one chromosome, therefore they cannot rely on the sister chromosome. इसलिए वहाँ पे आपके पास homologous chromosome नहीं है, ठीक है? So it is going to be non-homologous chromosomes end joining. Interestingly, the spore chromosome is tightly coiled into a remarkable donut-like structure that could hold the ends of the breaks in the DNA in close proximity to each other. So this close juxtaposition could facilitate correct rejoining of ends even if the chromosome has sustained multiple breaks. So spores of Bacillus and related bacteria are able to survive extreme conditions of the environment. So it is a part of the basis for this extraordinary robustness. So guys, that's all for today. And to summarize, आज हमने क्या-क्या discuss किया? So we have discussed about the double strand break repair mechanism. We have also talked about the non-homologous end joining repair system, which is ubiquitously expressed and present in case of the eukaryotes. एक exception आपका ये रहेगा the spores of the Bacillus subtilis, because it needs to resist the dry heat conditions. अगर dry heat condition resist करने के लिए, if they have got the good expression of the Q protein and the DNA ligase, then it can survive that harsh condition. Otherwise, it is susceptible to dry heat conditions. So guys, thank you for listening. And अगर कोई doubt है तो you can ask me anytime. I just hope that you guys are still preparing for your exams. And it is good that you study always from the reference book. Okay, so one more thing, the online lectures are also going on. If you guys interested, please let me know. You can comment me, you can message me in the Telegram channel also by the name Excelsior Academy. So guys, take care. Health is more important, so stay safe. Thank you.